Hi, unfortunately, I have to do another video about the um, quality of Leatherman Wave Alpha or Charge Alpha or whatever. I don't do these videos to bash on the Leatherman company, but to give users warnings about the quality of this. I know that usually I have a few person who dislikes these videos, but I think it's worth the struggle if I made in such a way that some people who want to buy this will not get scammed by these products. So first of all, and also I will talk at the end of the video about mag scales because I have some few things to add. So be careful to watch this video. I'll try to make it as short as possible. So one of the problems I mentioned, and the main one in my opinion, it was that the pliers were very stiff at the beginning, which that is normal with Leatherman. It's not normal for an expensive tool, but Leatherman is disappointing for many years now, and actually you should expect these things from Leatherman because it's not the same company we loved when Timmy was walking around and cutting nails with his TTI and jumping on it with the feet. Now Leatherman is more like giving Instagram material rather than giving you tools, multi-tools. So one of the problems I show you in the previous video, it was that the plier it was stiff, and when you were pressing it or cutting a nail or something with more force, it was becoming stiffer. Yeah, it was blocked in a stiff position, as you see right now. So since the last video I wrote to customer service on Leatherman, they not even answer it. Yeah, so okay, it's only 2-3 days on the weekend, something like that. But Leatherman is becoming an unreliable company, unfortunately. So what I have done, you see right now the plier is it's working as should be right now, but when you press it, it still have pressure. Is still a little bit stiffer, but actually the stiffness it's manageable, so it's at the level where the plier it was when I bought it originally. So what I modified one of my workshop machines with some supports and everything. I will not show the machine because I have some other works with it to do with it. And that machine actually, what I have done, it was to open and close the plier head for almost a day and a half, yeah, a night and a day, something like that. And I put plenty of oil in it, and you can see normally I can make fine tasks with it. As you can see, very easy, as should Leatherman should work, but it's still stiff. Yeah, so that is, let's say, is working, but not normal for this kind of company. The main problem I wanted to show you in this video, it's a problem that it was observed by Apple and Orange or some other user. Sorry, I don't know which one, and I will not mention both of their names here. Is that the scales are actually covering the crimping part. Yeah, so not only that they are covering, when you are crimping, obviously you'll have the plier head, something like that, open. But if that part what you are crimping, it's actually expanding or bending, will put pressure on the scales, and you will have big problems, maybe. Yeah. This is show that the design work is done by somebody which I don't know. I don't want to qualify it. So until now there were problems for the quality control, but this is a design issue. Definitely just to show you on arc. You not only that you have that crimping part exposed here, but also the scales, let's say scales, are far away from it. So even if the thing you are crimping is bending or expanding, it's happened sometimes, doesn't force the scales too much. On this one, you have that problem. Obviously, my first advice to avoid this problem is to avoid to buy this tool. But if you bought it or you want to buy it anyway, you can either file that part of the scales or avoid crimping with it, which is normally my choice because I actually have a crimping where I have all the terminals for the cables. I actually have also the crimping tool, but this is mean they put a crimping tool there, but they make it non-functional or very bad functioning. I don't know if this problem is with is coming from the old charges, yeah, the G10 and TTI and the other charges, because I don't have the original scales assembled on my tool. I have this, mine doesn't have that problem because I actually design the scales which are not following the original contours. Yeah, they are actually much more discrete contours for the scales. Yeah, so this is one of the problems. Another problem, which it was signaled by some users on my on the group I manage and I created on Facebook, is called My Leatherman. There I have some users which are complaining that the blade, it's actually moving when it's open. Yeah, so it's moving in this direction and even in this direction. I don't have that problem on my tool. That is definitely a quality issue. I know that you had these issues before with wave. I have a friend which is actually, it's a knife maker, and it had to change the wave about 3 times. So we have 4 models until actually got one which didn't move so much. Not a problem for me. I adjust that from with the tightness of the screw and the washers, but it's sometimes it could be the bad quality of the metallic part there. Another problem that I want to show you, where it is here. Just listen to the sound the file is making when it's entering under the scales. You hear that? It's actually rub against the scales with the diamond part. That is definitely a quality issue. And also the same problem with the blade when it's entering the scales here. It's actually have a place where it's entering normally, and after that, because it's actually squeezed between the metal frame and the scales, it's actually not entering all the way in. You have to press it even more, and that will actually force everything there. So that is definitely a very bad quality. This might be actually a design problem, but the file is definitely a quality issue. I mitigate these problems with my scales when I design my scales, my mag scales. First of all, this being a modified tool, might have this problem that the things are rubbing against the scale. And how I mitigate this is actually putting an angle here. So here you don't see a straight edge, you can see an angle here. So we'll receive that blade and actually push it towards the tool. Yeah, and as I show you, it doesn't cover too much of that crimple thing. About new max scale. So max scales. I bought this model to make new max scales as you asked me, and I paid a lot of money in the hope that I will recover that money if I do new scales. At least recover the money, yeah. I will not do new scales for this because it's obviously not a tool worth the work for that. But what I will do actually, I will modify the whole scales. I will modify this part here, this holes here, actually to fit both either the G10, either the alpha, with some additions in that holes. Yeah, so the holes will be bigger and you will have some extra sets for each of the models. That will be with the mag tools, mag scales, and I will ask you to tell me if you want mag scales for this model, and if you want them, you are happy with the plastic scales as you see here, or you want me to do a titanium version, but a titanium version will be over 100 euros in cost. I don't know exactly how much, but I can tell you that they are expensive. They will be 8 parts, so quite a lot of money. Actually, there will be 12 parts. Yeah, so let me know in comments if you like to have mag scales for this model or not, and if you do, if you want them in titanium or 3D printed in plastic. So that it was the warning for this model. I'm sorry again to come up with this kind of news. Until next time, may a good tool be with you. Bye.